The ecological issue being analyzed is the global waste issue and the current efforts to combat the rapid growth of solid waste. This discussion will be focused on the enormous waste management industry, the effects of plastics and biodegradable plastics, and other efforts put forth to put a stop to the global buildup of plastics and other unrenewable resources. Based on estimates presented by the Global Waste Management Conference, the cities of the world generated about 1.3 billion tons of waste in 2017. With today's growing rates of urbanization and population, the global waste generation is estimated to rise to 2.2 billion tons by 2025. This rapid increase puts extreme stress on waste management industry and results in the increased negative effects to the environment, including air and water pollution. Plastics contribute largely to this problem due to their importance to modern life. To combat rapid plastic buildup, countries across the world are making efforts to increase recycling and decrease production of plastic materials. The issue. Rapidly growing populations, economic growth, and a rise in community living standards have accelerated the generation rate of solid waste, causing civic waste management to be a challenging issue. The issue is especially tense in developing Asian countries. A World Bank study showed that urban areas in Asia spent $25 million per year on solid waste management in 2017, and this figure is projected to increase to $47 million next year. Although waste management systems do their best to handle the heavy inflow of materials, the best of them are overloaded because of the unexpected increase of generated waste. Although more than 90% of waste generated in China is landfilled, in some cities, the landfills are more or less open dumps, which can be detrimental to the urban environment. Emissions of biogas, composed of methane, CO2, and hydrogen sulfide, and greenhouse gas from landfills contribute significantly to global climate change and is a serious concern. Among the 13 landfill sites in Beijing, only 2 sanitary landfills were designed to collect methane, and in Chongqing, only a negligible quantity of leachate is treated before being discharged into the groundwater. Apart from the contamination of water resources and severe air pollution, the health hazard is another key issue to be addressed. Waste management has become an important global issue, and it needs to be resolved through integrated systems that are efficient, sustainable, and socially supported. Plastics. Of all solid waste, plastic waste is most concerning due to the extremely high rate it is produced. For more than 50 years, global production and consumption of plastics have continued to rise. The World Watch Institute estimated 299 million tons of plastics were produced in 2013, representing a 4% increase over 2012. On top of that, plastic takes more than 400 years to degrade, so most of it still exists in some form. With humans producing millions of tons of plastic waste every year, it's a wonder how we all still fit on this planet. Most plastic scraps from the United States, Europe, and other countries with waste management systems flow to China, which receives 56% of waste plastic imports worldwide. Indirect evidence suggests that most of this imported plastic is reprocessed at low-tech facilities with no environmental protection controls, such as proper disposal of contaminants or wastewater. There's an urgent need to tackle the environmental problems that cast a long shadow over the production, use, and consumption of plastics. The million tons of plastic litter that ends up in the oceans every year are one of the most visible and alarming signs of these problems, causing growing public concern. Approximately 10 to 20 million tons of plastic ends up in the oceans each year. Improving the system. Despite the advancement in technological development for waste treatment and management, we still fall far behind in the global goal to reduce and avoid waste generation. However, efforts to improve waste management systems are attempting to catch up with the current demands. Biodegradable plastics have been manufactured, however, this is only a small help. These materials cannot decompose in water where a strong portion of polluted plastics end up. The ultimate goal is instead to design a zero-waste system where 100% of waste is reused. Statistics show that only 15% of the waste was recycled in 2016. Waste produced in a zero-waste society would be treated as a resource in transition, which will be returned back to the production and ecological systems. The conventional use of landfill is beginning to be replaced by programs such as the Integrated Solid Waste Management, ISWM. ISWM considers how to reduce, reuse, recycle, and manage waste to protect human health and the natural environment. It involves evaluating local conditions and needs, then choosing, mixing, and applying the most suitable solid waste management activities according to the condition. A pilot program in China focusing on source-separated solid waste collection was launched in Hangzhou in 2010. The goal was to lessen the related environmental loads, including greenhouse gas emissions. A study conducted by Environmental Science and Pollution Research International found that 23% of greenhouse gas emissions can be decreased by their source-separated collection. The Netherlands is arguably one of the most innovative European countries when it comes to reducing and disposing of plastics. For waste pickup, residents only pay for the disposal of trash, not recyclables. It's a simple solution. The more you throw away, the more you pay, which creates a major incentive to recycle. Local governments are now looking at waste as a business opportunity to extract valuable resources contained within it that can still be used and to safely process and dispose waste with minimum impact on the environment.